From the holiday gifts to traveling or splurging on New Year's sales, this time of year can be very expensive. While we might be making promises to get healthier or spend a little bit more time at the gym, it's also a great time to get in touch with our financial goals. And that doesn't mean saving a few dollars isn't fun. We are joined by Bernadette Joy from Crush Your Money Goals. Good to see you, Bernadette, and boy, do we need to talk to you.
Oh, well, thank you for having me.
Okay. It is hard. Saving money, it's really tough. Can we start with the problem? Why is it so hard?
Well, you know, I think you guys talked about it earlier in this segment where if you're not saving for something specific, it can feel like drudgery, can feel kind of boring. And saving money can actually be fun if you have something that you're looking forward to saving on.
Okay.
And you don't make it this task, this chore, you actually make it part of your routine. And a lot of people love challenges in the new year, so I came up with a couple of challenges that I thought would be more fun than just like throwing stuff into the bank account.
I really love the idea of making saving money fun, right? Especially now because the economy is so tough. So
absolutely.
What is the first thing we need to do, Bernadette?
So the first challenge that I came up with is called pay the date or save the date. So it's really simple, and what you would do every day, and I know it sounds like it's every day, but it's like a 2-second task. Is basically to say what day is it today? So today is what day?
Today's Tuesday.
Today's Tuesday, and what's the date? What's today's date?
Oh, good, January 3rd.
Right, so even just trying to think of the date right now.
Kristen's helping me over there in the corner.
It helps me think about like, okay, like what day is today? Okay,
exactly.
Today's the 3rd of the month, so I'm just gonna put away $3.
Oh.
And so, you know, $3 either towards paying down debt or $3 into, a savings account, or if you have like the old school way of doing cash, $3. And so every day, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The beauty of this is if it's a short month, like even the 28 days in February, you'll still save over $400 if you just do this one little thing every day.
You'll save $400 over the course of
the whole month.
The whole month.
Yeah,
that's really, really good.
So if you added 1 + 2 + 3 all the way up to 30, 31, it comes up to over $400.
So it's a psychological thing, Bernadette.
Yes, yes. And people need little wins like that. You know, it's like, okay, if I'm going to save $400 this month, you'd be like, well, how am I going to save $400?
Exactly.
But if you're like, I can save $1 today, $2 tomorrow, $4 the next day, it feels like it's more doable.
You mentioned that old school thing called cash, which is crazy that these days cash is old school, but is it better if we actually take the money out of the ATM and we have the cash and we put it away that way, or is it better to just digitally move the money over?
Well, one of the challenges that I tried with my clients, especially for ones who have kids or like have families, is like having tangible cash helps families understand together and learn together how saving money can be fun. And so another example is taking those cash, putting it into envelopes, right?
So this is tip number 2.
This is a different tip, right? So what I would love for families, especially for those of you who have young kids who don't really fully understand it, they might not ever really see cash in their day.
They don't see cash,
right?
They don't see cash.
Right?
They might get a check every now and then. They may have a bank account, but rarely do they see cash.
Yes, but studies show that psychologically, you have a harder time letting go of cash, right? Versus like swiping a credit card.
Yep.
So a way to teach your kids in a fun way is to number envelopes 1 through 50, right? And every week, you just pick one of those envelopes, and then the kid gets to keep the cash, or they get to decide what you want to do with your kids or your family with that cash. You can use it to buy ice cream, whatever it is that week. But if you do that, right, then you can help kids understand, like, okay, a little bit can help us save some money in the long run. But also, if you decide to save it instead, if you saved all of those, you would actually save, how much do you think that would be?
I don't know, you tell me.
It'd be over $1,200.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. So if you decide, okay, I'm going to spend it or I'm going to keep it, if you decide to keep it, then you actually like save a lot of money over time, and it's $1,200. If you double it, if you do 1 through 100 and you save 2 envelopes a week, it's over $5,000.
Bernadette, that's a lot. That makes a big difference.
It's a big difference, but just like that's a little game you can play every week, saying like, I'm going to pick 2 envelopes. Do I get to keep it? Do I get to spend it? What do I get to do with it?
Oh, that's good. That's really, really good. All right, you also say give yourself, maybe in your savings account, 5% back, similar to the credit cards. Explain this one.
Okay, so a lot of people are hung up on, not using their credit cards, right? Because you're like, but what about the points, right?
I know.
That's not fun to not use my credit card, right?
Yeah.
But I work with a lot of clients who are paying down debt, and paying down debt is not always fun either. And people don't stick to paying down debt because like, there's no like reward for it.
There's no quick reward,
that's
for sure.
There's no quick reward. So what I like to tell my clients is to break down your large goal, and then every time you hit a milestone, then you can give yourself a little cash back. So for example, if you had $10,000 in debt, let's say this year, right? And for every $1,000, you can give yourself a 5%, which would be $50 to do whatever you want with it. You want to go get your nails done, you want to get your hair done, you want to go out for ice cream or whatever. Like, treat yourself in between. Don't wait until the very end.
I love that. So create these smaller incentives, because if I'm saving for the next 10 years, I don't see that. It doesn't feel reachable, but little goals.
Yeah, and like you said, like, we're trying to live our life now, right? So if you did $1,000 and you did 5% back, like that's not a lot of money, but that's enough for you to feel good about what you've accomplished.
I feel a whole lot better right about now, Bernadette. If folks want to learn more, they can hit you up on the website or social media. We appreciate it. This has been so helpful.
Thanks.